Hey everyone, it's been a minute. My wife's wondering who the heck I'm talking to. She looked at me like I'm crazy, like I'm the only one here. Except for all the bazillion fans out there wanting to watch my video. No, hey, it has been a long time since I have done a video, posted a video. I just kind of want to give everybody a little heads up about what's going on in my life, where I'm at health-wise and in the sport. As most of you know, I have been having issues with my left arm, where I had the surgery to put the metal plate in there where it broke with my match with Robbie Topi. I've been having some really bad pains in that forearm whenever I would release from arm wrestling. I didn't have any pain in the power up and while I was arm wrestling. It just happened when I would release and let off pressure. And it got really, really bad to where I couldn't hardly do anything. It was affecting me quite a bit. So I did a bunch of stuff to try and figure that out. Had a CAT scan on my arm to see if something was going on with the hardware, like if one of the screws was coming loose, which one of my doctors thought that might be the case. Come to find out, the CAT scan showed that that's all good. There's nothing wrong with the hardware in my arm. It's all fine. So that only left soft tissue issues of some sort. So my doctor tried what they call a trigger point injections. And he explained it kind of like dry needling, where they put needles into trigger points in your muscles, the knots in your muscles, to try to get them to relax and calm down. But they do that with a solution of, oh no, I can't think it was. It's like a 85-15% solution. The 15% is cortisone, and the other one is like the deadening drug that they put in. I can't remember what it is. Maybe I'll think of it in a minute. Anyway, and he did 2 different areas in my forearm up by my elbow, and to see how that worked. And that was probably about a month ago. And I've been taking it pretty easy since then, just practicing a little bit, get some blood flow in there, just to check and see if there's pain. And it gradually started getting better to where I wasn't feeling any pain with the guys that come to my practice and train with me. So I decided to test that a little bit more when I was in Vegas at that PAL tournament this last Saturday. And I asked Ryan Espy if he would be willing to just kind of pull on it a little bit to see how it felt after the tournament. And he was willing to do that. He had his super match with Michael Todd. He was beat up. They had a tough match. It was 6 rounds. Ryan won pretty easily, but Michael Todd's a bad dude, and he could cause issues with anybody left-handed if he gets in his lane. And Ryan's arm was a little bit sore and tender, and he had also sat for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours after he pulled before we were able to grip up and kind of try that out. Anyway, a bunch of you saw that video and were commenting on how easy it looked for me. I want to point out something. That was not at all a full-blown match. It was nothing like that. Ryan was just powering up slowly with me just to see if I had any pain. He was helping me out as a friend. So please don't take anything from that other than the fact that I didn't have any pain while I was doing that, and it felt really pretty good. I was super excited about it, to be honest. So yeah, keep that in mind, that it was just for that purpose only. Ryan and I arm wrestle similarly. He is a very explosive, powerful arm wrestler. He does a lot off of the go, and it's way different than if we're just slow pulling and kind of going into it slow. We worked in the strap, which was my idea to start there. The reason why is it tend to not hurt as much when I was practicing in a strap and out of it, because I think that using the finger pressure caused more issues in that forearm. After we did the little bit with the strap on, we did just one thing outside the strap. Bob Brown wanted to see if it affected my fingers, if he hit right into my fingers. So I tried just to hold on the back of Ryan's hand and contain him to see if it hurt. I could not. Ryan opened my fingers up really easily. It for sure showed a weakness I had. So just so you guys know, do not take anything from that video. As soon as we stepped to the table, it seemed like every stinking cell phone in that room turned on. And that wasn't what it was. It was just him doing a favor for me. And I did get a little bit of confidence from that, just for the fact that it wasn't hurting. It was awesome. So with that being said, I was excited for the fact that I'm going to arm wrestle next month in Hawthorne, Nevada, at the Freedom Pole there. And I'm going to do that for the first time left-handed since backing out of my super matches I've had earlier this year. I want to test it. I know there's going to be some good arm wrestlers there, and it'll be a good test to see where it's at. So that's my plan. I think it's May 21st or 22nd in Hawthorne, Nevada. I will arm wrestle left-handed again competitively. I'm excited. I'm stoked. Hopefully you guys are as well. Also, I just recently, I guess almost 4 weeks ago now, babe. It'll be 4 weeks on Monday. I had my hip replaced. I had a total hip replacement on my left hip, and I was born with what's called hip dysplasia. Just basically means that your femur ball isn't lined up really where it's supposed to be in the socket, and it caused a lot of mobility issues, and got to the point where it was very painful to even move around, and I dealt with that for almost a year. Had the surgery about 4 weeks ago. Everything was going great. For some reason, those last few days, it's kind of flared up again, and I've been having issues, and the doctor thinks it's a bit of arthritis built up in there. So he put me on I think it's called prednisone pack. It's a anti-inflammatory steroid type thing to help with inflammation and arthritis. Anyway, you take 5 pills one day, 4 the next, 3, 2, 1, and then you're done in 5 days. So I started that yesterday. I'm hoping that it's going to help out, because it's been really miserable, almost as bad as it was before the surgery. But just to give you guys a heads up, I'm amazed what modern medicine can do. Like I said, I had surgery 4 weeks ago. That day they had me walking around. They just sawed my bone off, put a new part in there, and I was walking on it. It blew my mind. It actually healed really quickly. In Vegas on Saturday, it felt wonderful. Came home Sunday, and Monday felt great. And then on Tuesday evening, I was at work doing some stuff, and it just kind of started hurting again. I never did anything. It just kind of flared up. So hopefully it's just some inflammation, and it'll calm down, and we'll be back at it strong. But that's kind of what I've got planned now. I did get a message from Ryan Espy, I guess it was 2 or 3 days ago in the morning. We are really looking forward to getting a match together. We want to kind of figure that out. I have never beaten Ryan. I've never pinned Ryan in a super match, or in a match period. I do have one win on him, and that was on fouls. Other than that, he has always got the wins. So in all reality, he probably should be ranked number 1 in North America. Legitimately, I want to find out if where we are. I really want to find that out, and he is anxious as well. So he messaged me and said, let's figure out and get that match going. So we're going to try and find a promoter that will have us at their event, and make it work around the stuff we have coming up. I know Ryan's got a super match next month, and I think he's got another one after that sometime too. I've got a tournament in May, I was supposed to have a super match with Travis Bagent in June 18th, but I can't get him to return my phone calls or messages. I have no idea if that's still happening or not. I still was planning on it. I'm hoping it's happening, but I need to get an information from him for sure. And hopefully I can get another chance to go back over to Turkey and arm wrestle in one of Ingen's East versus West events. I was really bummed out when I had to back out of that and had to back out of the Ryan Espy match. It really tore me up. I was not happy about it at all. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't done a video. I have been really, just haven't been motivated because I was distraught quite a bit about my situation and in arm wrestling. But I've got some confidence. I've got some momentum now, feeling that it is healing, and hopefully I can move forward and make that happen. So maybe we'll see if Ingen asks. I might have a match with him, not with him, but in his event, maybe in August. I would really enjoy that. So yeah, that's kind of what my plans are right now. I have talked to Ingen, and he said he would love to have me in one of his events. It's just a matter of if and when we can make it work out. But I've got a couple ideas for videos. I need my wife's help with a couple of them, and I've said many times I don't like sitting in front of this camera and talking to nobody. It's kind of awkward for me, and she's even worse about that. She does not enjoy it. So hopefully I can get her to sit down and help me with a few videos. I want to do some measurement videos. A lot of you have asked about forearm length, forearm size, hand size, all of that stuff. And I've never measured that. I never have in my entire career. I have no idea about any of that stuff. So I'd like to sit down and do that with her help and make a little video for you guys. Also, I want her to kind of sit down and I was actually watching the Aussie Arm Wrestler when he had his beautiful wife on their video, and it gave me a good idea. He got her perspective about the sport of arm wrestling and about Jake in the sport and how it's kind of enveloped his life. Is that the word I want to say? Just kind of like swallowed all of his life. And she seems to be really awesome and support that. And Jolene, my wife, is the same. She's an amazing woman. I got kind of lucky. I really married outside of my quality, I guess you could say. She's much higher on that level of coolness than I am. I'll give you that for sure. And I'd like to get my daughter back and help me with some of these videos. She's arm wrestled in the past, and she's a lot of fun to have around, and she's pretty witty and funny. But she's beautiful. She got all her looks from me. What do you say? Anyway, if there's any other ideas that you guys would like to see in videos, I would love to have your opinion or hear your opinions. Give me suggestions. If there's anything that you would prefer I do or don't do in these videos, please let me know. Criticize. Help me out. I'm just under 900 subscribers on YouTube. I'd really like to get that up to 1,000. Because that's, I guess, you get monetized then, and you can do lives from your cell phone. I don't necessarily care about the monetization part of it. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing it because a lot of my followers have asked and want to know a little bit more about it, and it gives me an opportunity to maybe express and share my life and my loves. The things I really enjoy with all of you. So, with that being said, I thank you all for tuning in. Please like, if you wouldn't mind. I'd also love you all to subscribe if you have not already, and if you haven't got your friends and family to subscribe, then just get on there and do it for them. I had to actually help my wife subscribe to me. She would not do it. I had to get on and do it myself before she'd ever do it. You think the woman that loves you, wants to support you wholeheartedly, would actually be at least one subscriber for you. But she wasn't having it until I just took over. So you have to do that for everybody else. Make sure everybody follows me, subscribes to my channel. It'd be awesome, right? Hey, thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for the support. And as always, like, approach life's opportunities like I do a meal. Don't miss out on them. Thanks.